This video is all about common hiring mistakes.
Timing is absolutely critical. If you're quick through the interview process, it sends out a really positive message to the candidate that you're serious about business. Similarly, if it takes too long, then it can send out very negative messages.
The longer the time takes to fill a role, the more uncertain a candidate can feel about the role. So as an employer, if you're trying to secure the best candidate you can, you need to have a very slick process in place.
Another mistake is when interviewers don't prepare adequately. Often there can be too many stakeholders involved in the process, which means that perhaps people aren't aligned and have different ideas as to what they actually want out of a suitable candidate for their role. It's really important prior to actually meeting candidates that you've taken out the time to sit down with all the stakeholders involved in the process and work out exactly what the role is and what the competencies required are to make a success of the position.
And finally, a lot of interviewers, scarily enough, haven't always read the resume. So by being a bit more prepared, it sends much better signals to the candidates. And if you're trying to compete for a really in-demand candidate, you need to make sure you have all these things right. Asking the wrong type of questions can be a fatal mistake.
Maybe ask behavioural questions, so demonstrate what you have done in the past. It's very widely accepted in recruitment that past behaviour is a very good indicator of future behaviour. So work out the competencies that are required and devise the appropriate questions around those past behaviours.
It's really important in today's world to represent the roles really accurately. And as a recruiter, we often spend a lot of time making sure we represent the roles accurately.
If you undersell a role, then obviously the candidate isn't going to be as interested as you might hope when they leave the room. Equally, if you were to oversell the position and then the candidate starts and it's nothing like what they expected, that's going to cause you big problems down the line as well.
It's really important, especially if there's a panel of people interviewing or multiple interviews, that you're all singing off the same hymn sheet and you're representing the role in a really accurate manner.
Another mistake is a hiring manager not actually listening to the answers. There's a list of questions that they might think, oh, I've got to get through all of these in the next hour. And so you rattle through the questions and you don't actually listen and probe into the answers. That's a very key point that you need to take on board.
For more information, visit the Richard Lloyd website and go to the Employers page where you'll find the Hiring Manager Toolkit.